Good morning. I'm here to present the fourth quarter school monitoring and evaluation plan adjustments or SMEPA for the fourth quarter. In behalf of our dear principal Carlo Erba M. Pasinos, I'm Clan Michael Jameson, BP Care of the Senior High School Department, who will be reporting about the grade 11 and grade 12 Senior High School Department. So let's have first the data on grade 11 enrollment before opening of school year versus end of school year data. So at the beginning of the school year, we had 179 males and 147 females for a total of 326. And at the end of the school year, the number is 162 males and 135 females for a total of 307. So as we can see here, there is a decrease in the number of students comparing BOSE and EOSY or end of school year data. So what are the challenges or the reasons behind the decrease of students um, before and after the school year? Number one, the students opting to work for their family. This is especially despite the teachers explaining to them the importance of completing their senior high school education. Number two is the students and family moving to a different address, especially outside Quezon province. So what were the actions taken by the school, especially the teachers? So in part, so as part of the project called SAT2L or the Special Attention to Learners, teachers specifically explain to students and parents that modular distance learning is a flexible learning option, especially for working students. We have also informed them that they can still continue senior high school as a balik-aral for the next school year. So what are the ways forward to improve? So to decrease the number of students opting not to enroll in the second semester in terms of work-related, family and financial reasons, teachers should create options for working students on how to accomplish modules or tasks, specifically alternative activities fit for working students. So let's now compare enrollment versus dropouts in grade 11. So from the total of 326 grade 11 students, the data for dropouts, we have one male, one female, for a total of two. So what were the challenges encountered during the school year? Number one is early pregnancy and parents' decision to not let the student enroll for the remaining number of school days. Number two is the students and family going to different addresses and not informing teachers and advisors beforehand. What were the actions taken as part of the project Satual? Still, teachers continue to encourage students to finish senior high school and get their high school diploma. Next, we have involved parents more regarding student standing and module accomplishments. What are the ways forward in order to improve? We have to reiterate the different curriculum exits to students if they finish senior high school, such as trabajo, negosyo, and kolehiyo. And most especially intensify parent-teacher communications about student fast standing progress and other matters, especially for special arrangements for working students in terms of um, module submissions. The next set of data is comparing the enrollment versus failed learners. So we have to commend our teachers for persevering throughout the school year in terms of supporting their advisory and their students. So we have zero failed learners for grade 11. What were the challenges encountered? Students not submitting their modules on the scheduled date, and students seemingly prioritizing work over schooling or finishing senior high school. What were the actions taken? So we have Project Gold or Give All Out for learners development. So in line with this, we have performed home visitations, observing health protocols to students having difficulty in accomplishing and submitting modules. We have also reiterated the parents the importance of students getting their high school diploma, finishing senior high school before going to our college or business. What are the ways forward? We have to communicate with parents and teachers regarding options or alternative activities, performance tasks if modules are not submitted on time. Still in terms of quality, now we have the data comparing enrollment versus students we passed for different subjects in grade 11. So all 326 students were given passing grades in the school year. And again, we have the same challenges and actions taken just like from the previous slide. But in terms of ways forward, in order to improve, we have to involve or train students more in terms of time management of or activities that involve time management aside from subject content. So in terms of quality, what are the challenges encountered? Pass versus failed learners, we have the following data. 326 learners have passed all the subjects in grade 11. So for the challenges encountered, the student's perspective and parents' opinion of modular distance learning, and also conflicting perspectives of teachers and parents on homeschooling. What were the actions taken? Aside from the projects REAP, Math, and Gold, specifically for the senior high school department, we have the real-life problem-based learning materials for students, wherein senior high school teachers localize learning materials and tap on students' experiences through problem-based approaches in science, math, and research subjects. What were the ways forward? We have to encourage collaboration and interdisciplinarity among senior high school faculty to target multiple competencies across the curriculum, and also to intensify localization or contextualization of learning materials to motivate students and parents. Still in terms of quality, we have project learning resources for the learner's needs. So in grade 11, we have contextualized creative nonfiction. So what were the challenges encountered? Number one is learners with different learning styles and background. Number two, parents with different educational background and capability to help explain to students the teacher's direction or vision for a subject or module. The third is minimal time for teachers to prepare materials for the second semester, especially for the second semester. What were the actions taken? Teachers tried to squeeze enough time to finish modules for students. The teacher also contextualized the content of the module. The teachers also made use of easily understandable instructions in the modules and relay instructions to parents as well as in student group chats. What is the way forward? First is Teachers handling similar subjects in the senior high school, especially for core subjects, can work together to write contextualized modules. So in terms of quality, we have the project T2LC or test based on learners' learning capacity. These are some of the teacher-made localized assessment, like for example in biology, the summative tests for the third and fourth quarter. What were the challenges encountered? Some subjects need face-to-face assessment like TVL, SMAU, specialized subjects. Teachers still need to prepare printed assessment tool or materials. What were the actions taken? Teachers made sure that competencies in the modules provided are the ones being assessed. Next is they also made sure to target higher order thinking skills. Third is they made use of authentic assessments such as rubric-based assessment. What are the ways forward? So there is the possibility for teachers to combine competencies to be targeted in different subjects, such as combining research as an applied subject and biology as the specialized subject. In terms of quality, project core or the classroom action research. So in terms of grade 11 and grade 12, we have enriching the school-based STEM curriculum through collaborative and interdisciplinary approach. So what were the challenges encountered? Teachers having multiple preparations, three subjects minimum, a combination of core applied and specialized subjects. Next, other teaching related tasks, like for example, auxiliary roles can happen simultaneously with action research writing, especially during data collection and interpretation. So in terms of actions taken, the teachers, especially the master teacher involved in the action research, allotted time and effort to finish the writing process as well as data collection. All necessary permission were secured before the conduct of the study and interview session. Health protocols were observed in that all interview was done virtually or through calling and recording respondents. What are the ways forward? Other strands can adopt similar researches to identify strengths and weaknesses. For example, an action research aligned with the current study but focusing in TVL strands like SMAU and home economics. In terms of quality, we have Project ESR for every staff has a room for improvement. So what were the seminars attended by teachers? For webinars related to modular distance learning, we have 15. In terms of LDM2 for teachers, we have 15 seminars. In terms of Project 2 and AIP or the appropriate instructional practices, the new normal, we have 5. For the insight, we have 2. In terms of the school department labs, we have 10. What were the challenges encountered? The challenge of face-to-face and interaction and reporting, especially in the distribution of modules and collection of data and school reports. What were the actions taken? Teacher and personnel made use of virtual platforms such as Google and Zoom, as well as Google Drive to facilitate planning, checking, and collection of school data and reports. What are the ways forward? Strict adherence to health and safety protocols when there is needed. Maximize the use of online virtual platforms to maintain safety of all faculty and personnel. Get, vac- get vaccinated if the chance or schedule appears. In terms of quality, in terms of grade 11 best practices conducted in modular distance learning or the printed modular modality. For grade 11 is the portfolio for specific subjects such as 21st century literature, and also project-based activities for final outputs such as those social models and biology too. What were the challenges encountered? So hard copy of Portfolios are hard to collate and maintain, especially for almost 60 students in one section, like the case of PIQ'S. Actions taken. Teachers address the problem by making use of virtual portfolio, such as the use of Google Drive, Google Forms, or one-to-one messenger conversations with students whenever applicable. What are the ways forward? Adoption of other forms of authentic assessment targeting HUTs or the higher order thinking skills in all senior high school subjects, and the use of rubric-based assessment for HUTs activities and performance tasks such as essay writing and reflections. In terms of governance, what are the number of confirmed COVID cases in terms of learners? Grade 11, there are zero reported COVID cases. What were the challenges encountered? Some students and their family going to a different address outside China. Sample Metro Manila to work. Some students and their parents having no cell phones. Lastly, other challenges in maintaining communication. What were the actions taken? Reiterating to students and parents the importance of remaining vigilant amidst the pandemic, especially during the current spike in cases in the Philippines due to the Delta variant. For maintaining vigilance and avoiding gatherings or face-to-face interactions as much as in terms of governance, number of confirmed COVID cases, teaching personnel. What were the challenges in the need for teachers to convene face-to-face in some teacher-related tasks? What were the actions taken? Strict observance of health and safety protocols, reminding oneself to take vitamins provided by the school and wear face masks and shield wherever necessary. What are the ways forward? As much as possible, admin planning, teacher meetings, and consultations may be done virtually, especially in the emergence of the new COVID variant in the province. So let's now have the grade 12 SMEPA. In terms of access, comparing beginning of school year and end of school year data for grade 12. Beginning of school year, we had 141 males and 137 females for a total of 278 grade 12 students. For the end of school year data, we had 138 males, 133 females for a total of 271 students. Same challenges were encountered just like in grade 11, and also same actions were taken by the grade 12. And what are the ways forward? To decrease the number of students opting not to enroll in the second semester in terms of work-related, family, financial, and other reasons. Teachers shall create options, flexible options for working students on how to accomplish modules or tasks, specifically alternative activities fit for working students. In terms of access, enrollment versus dropouts, we had two dropouts for grade 12. Same challenges encountered, but I'd like to reiterate that more early pregnancy cases were reported in grade 12 than in grade 11. What were the actions taken? Same actions were taken, such as encouraging students to finish senior high school and get their high school diploma, and involving parents more regarding students' module accomplishment and class standing. What are the ways forward? Reiterate the different curriculum access to students if they finish senior high school, and also intensify parent advisory, parent teacher communications about student class standing, progress, and other matters. Still in quality, comparing enrollment versus failed learners. We had zero failed learners for grade 12. or the grade rating class. Same challenges encountered, just like in grade 11. Students not submitting their modules on scheduled dates, and students seemingly prioritizing work over schooling or finishing senior high school. Same actions taken and projects adopted in the senior high school. I'd like to commend my teachers for performing home visitations to students having difficulty in accomplishing and submitting modules. What are the ways forward? We have to strengthen parent-teacher and parent-student communications, as well as parent-school administration interaction in order to meet expectations and hear their side suggestions. Still, in terms of quality, enrollment versus the students who passed in grade 12. So all students passed in grade 12. Same challenges encountered and actions taken. But what are the ways forward in order to improve? We have to involve or train students in time management or activities that involve time management aside from subject content. We have to inculcate knowledge, skills, as well as attitude even in modular distance learning modality. Enrollment versus graduates, grade 12 data only. So in terms of enrollment, we have 278 grade 12 students. In terms of the graduates, we have 271 graduates. What were the challenges encountered? Just like in grade 11, students' perfect perspective and parents' opinion of modular distance learning, and also conflicting perspectives of teachers and parents on homeschooling. What were the actions taken? The senior high school department also adopted Project Gold and also performed home visitations, while also reiterating to parents the importance of senior high school students getting their diploma. What are the ways forward? Teachers and advisors, with the help of parents, can work hand in hand more closely to monitor and improve student performance throughout the school year. In terms of quality, passed versus failed learners, what were the challenges encountered despite the zero failing learners or failed learners? Same, just like in grade 11, the student's perspective and parents' opinion of modular distance learning, and conflicting perspectives of teachers and parents on homeschooling. What were the actions taken aside from the school-based projects such as REAP, Math, and Gold? In the senior high school, we have specifically prepared localized learning materials and tap on students' experiences through problem-based approaches in science, math, and research subjects. What were the ways forward? We have to encourage collaboration and interdisciplinarity among senior high school faculty to target multiple competencies across the curriculum. We have also to intensify localization and contextualization of learning materials to motivate students and parents. In terms of quality or project LRs, project learning resources for the learners' needs in grade 12. In grade 12, we have the collaborative and interdisciplinary lesson exemplars. This is for the full second semester. What were the challenges encountered? The learners with different learning styles and background, and also parents with different educational background, which is affecting their capability to support their students in modular distance learning, and also minimal time for teachers to prepare materials for the second semester. What were the actions taken? Teachers tried to squeeze enough time to finish some modules for students. The teacher contextualized the content of the module. The teacher made use of easily understandable instructions in the modules and relayed instructions to parents as well as in student group chats. I'd like also to commend my senior high school faculty for creating their own modules, especially for specialized and applied subjects in grade 12 and in grade 11. What are the ways forward? Teachers handling similar subjects in the senior high school core subjects, for example, can work together to write collaborative and interdisciplinary lesson exemplars and modules. In terms of quality or the project T2LC test based on learners' learning capacity. We have teachers-made localized assessment tool. For example, we have the general chemistry pre-test and post-test link, which is a type of Google form which can be accomplished by students online, especially those in STEM. And we have also 3 Eyes final research output, which is supported by rubric-based assessment. What were the challenges encountered? Some subjects need face-to-face assessment like TVLs, mouse specialized subjects. Teachers still need to prepare printed assessment tool and materials. What were the actions taken? Teachers made sure that competencies in the modules provided are the ones being assessed. We also made sure to target higher order thinking skills. They also made use of authentic assessments such as rubric-based assessment and portfolio assessment in some subjects. What are the ways forward? There is the possibility to look forward for teachers to combine competencies to be targeted in different subjects such as combining 3 Eyes, which is an applied subject, and chemistry, an specialized subject. So in terms of quality or project core, classroom action research we had in grade 12. The title of the action research is Localized and Contextualized Lesson Exemplars and Activities Towards Higher Conceptual Understanding in General Chemistry. What were the challenges encountered by the researcher and teachers? Teachers having multiple preparations, 3 subjects minimum in the senior high school, combining core, applied, and specialized subjects. Other teaching related tasks such as auxiliary roles can happen simultaneously while writing the action research. What were the actions taken? The researcher allotted time and effort to finish the writing process as well as data collection. All necessary permissions were secured before the conduct of the study. Health protocols were observed in that all interview or any data collection was done virtually or through calling and recording respondents. What were the ways forward? Other strands can adopt similar researchers to localize and contextualize learning materials. For example, an action research aligned with the current study but focusing in TVL strands like Mao and home economics. In terms of quality, Project ESR, or every staff has a room for improvement. Just like in grade 11, the data were the same. In terms of webinars related to MDL, we have 15, LDM to for teachers 15, project to an AI, we have 5 seminars, and then inset we have 2. We have for the department we have 10. What were the challenges encountered? The challenges encountered are the same just like in grade 11. Face-to-face interaction and reporting, especially in the distribution of modules and collection of data and school reports. What were the actions taken? Teacher and personnel, with the guide of the principal, made use of virtual platforms such as Google Meet and Zoom, as well as Google Drive, to facilitate planning, checking, and collections of school reports and data. We have also prioritized seminars which has direct impact on the current MDL modality, as well as those in line with LDM2, including unpacking of competencies. What are the ways forward? Still adherence to health and safety protocols when there is a need to interact in the school. There's also a need to maximize the use of online virtual platforms to maintain safety of all faculty and personnel, and also to get vaccinated if the chance or schedule appears. In terms of quality, best practices conducted in MDL printed modular in grade 12. So some examples are the portfolio for specific subjects such as 3 Eyes and culminating activity. We have for grade 12 the project-based activities for final outputs such as those in 3 Eyes or the increase, immersion, and investigation subject. What were the challenges encountered? It is hard to maintain the hard copy of portfolios, especially for almost 60 students in one section, just like in the case of Humes and ABM in grade 12. What were the actions taken? Teachers addressed the problem by making use of virtual portfolios such as the use of Google Drives, Google Forms, or one-to-one messenger conversations whenever applicable. What are the ways forward? The adoption of other forms of authentic assessment targeting HATs in all senior high school subjects, and also the use of rubric-based assessment for HATs activities and performance tasks such as essay writings and reflections. In terms of governance, what are the number of confirmed COVID cases there? Or in terms of the learning, we had zero. What were the challenges encountered? Mainly, there is a challenge in terms of communication. What were the actions taken? Just like in grade 11, teachers in grade 12 reiterated to students and parents the importance of remaining vigilant amid the pandemic, and also especially during the current spike in cases in the Philippines due to the COVID-19 variant. What are the ways forward? Maintaining vigilance and avoiding gatherings or face-to-face interaction as much as possible. In terms of governance, in grade 12, number of confirmed COVID cases. Same data just like in grade 11 on also same challenges and actions taken. What are the ways forward as much as possible? Admin planning, teacher meetings, and consultations may be done virtually, especially in the emergence of the new COVID variant in the province. It's also important to take care of oneself. We have to take in vitamins as much as possible and wear face mask and face shield wherever necessary. So thank you for listening to my presentation in SMEPA. I would like to leave this quotation for all the senior high school and junior high school teachers and also to our administration. A difficult time can be more readily endured if we retain the conviction that our existence holds a purpose, a cause to pursue, a person to love, and a goal to achieve. And also, I would also like to extend my thank you for the following faculty in the senior high school for enduring throughout the school year: Sir Peña, Ma'am Nahil, Ma'am Almasan, Ma'am Hunter, Sir Liwanag, Sir Hil and Alma Karandang, Ma'am Arlene Andal, Ma'am Pason, Sir Pundano, Ma'am Sabat, Ma'am Bernal, Sir Lacerna, Sir Malabanan, Ma'am Banlasan, and Ma'am Valencia. And also, I would like to thank all junior high school teachers for also helping the senior high school department whenever they can. And also, thank you to our head teachers and to our beloved school principal for supporting the senior high school department. God bless po sa lahat and ingat pa rin po tayo.